And we're back. It was literally like a 5-second break. I hit the button to stop recording, and I hit it again to start recording. So, and for anyone who's watching this before the part 1, that's going to be very confusing. But either way, we're going to just continue as we were. So we're going to go ahead and design a ship. So we're going to design a airship, first of all. So we can design from scratch, but what we're going to do is we're going to open up a design. And this is one of the really cool things. You can open up designs from here. You know what? Actually, no, we will start from scratch. It'll take a little bit longer, but it'll kind of show me. So we're going to do like a medium-sized airship. So we're going to do a bridge. Now, there are actually a couple different options. We can do a cockpit, which is a 1 tile, or we can do a bridge, which is 3 by 1. So you can kind of tell like that's going to make a big difference into the size of the ship. For example, the Aussies, like all the small ships I've designed, all have just cockpits in them, but the bridge is more reliable. It requires more crew, but it also, you know, you have more crew, so if one guy dies, it's not the end of the world. As with the cockpit, if the pilot gets killed, you have to wait for someone to go and take his place or something like that. Similarly, we have berths, which provide, let's see, so the berth provides 3 the quarters for 3 sailors. The quarters provides it for 12. So you can see kind of the balancing there. And again, that's some really cool choices. You have a lot of options here, and there's not just like one thing for anything. We're going to go with, not a large, we're going to go with a standard size suspendium chamber. We're going to put it back a ways from the actual bridge because we're going to leave room for a coal store. That's going to be right there. And then we're going to go and we're going to put a quarters, we're going to put a crew quarters above the bridge. I think this is actually a basic layout that I've used before, which might be why I'm like, just like, oh yeah, this feels very intuitive. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a multi-purpose ship. And we're going to do this by, let's see, where is the ammo store? We're going to do a small ammo store. It's not going to give us a lot of ammo, actually. First, we're going to put down the arachnid barracks. So this is going to be the multi-role thing. This is going to be 6 light infantry equipped with grappling hooks. So that's the arachnids. Requires bonus spider legs. Okay, so we're going to do that as sort of, and these guys are going to be for boarding purposes. And then we're going to go with, what was the ammo store? We're going to go with a small ammo store, however. And this is a very long ship. I think we're actually going to, I don't want it to be super long, so I think we're going to start building up a bit. And you can also see up here, this ship has no propulsion. This ship needs more supply hatches. So this kind of tells you what, these are the requirements you have. Like if you have to meet those requirements before the ship can, you can actually like build the ship, obviously. And also up here in the left, let me get off that so I don't actually add something. You can see, so this is the cost, and then we have our supply, which you have to have supply hatches to provide the required amount of supply, and then you've got things like maintenance cost, weight, the lift, which is vertical lift, service ceiling is actually very important. So the service ceiling is how high the ship, what's the maximum altitude of the ship. Like for the high altitude bomber, I think the service ceiling was close to 2,000, and I'm not sure what the maximum service ceiling is actually in the game. I think it might be like 2,000 or 3,000, but either way, there is, kind of the service ceiling there. Then let's see, and then you got your speed, which is of course how fast it moves, from left to right, because it is a side-scrolling, which I think I might have forgotten to mention in the previous game, but you guys saw it in the video. That's the thing that's great about video. It's not just me talking, describing stuff to you. You actually see it. So let's see, we got a propeller. I think what we're gonna do is, I think we're gonna add a second. Okay, actually, you know what? So this ship is, we're gonna actually kind of do a little bit of redesign here, because I think this ship needs a little more. Yeah, I think this ship, we're kind of going in 2 different directions with it. I think we're gonna, and that's one thing I will say, I don't necessarily know how good multi-purpose ships are. So we're gonna put 2 arachnid barracks there. And then we're going to go back, scroll back up here, all the way back up, go to quarters, throw down a quarters there and a quarters there. Let's see, we have air sailors. Okay, and we don't need that many. So we're going to get rid of you. And then we're going to throw down a couple of supply hatches right here. And then we're going to throw on... Ooh, an ammo. Actually, okay, let's get that. Get this. Move everything back by 1. Oh, but we can't do that because of that. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. So yeah, we'll keep that as is. And then we're going to get a... Oh, no. Yeah, this will still work. An ammo store there. And then we're going to get a... Let's see. What do we need? We're going to put a couple of rifles on this. So yeah, weapons are down here. Okay, oh, so yeah, I guess we should cover the weapons. So there are bomb bays, which have to be at the bottom, and the, you know, as you can see, the highlighted spaces are showing where it's, so you can't have a bomb bay on top, it'll go red. Cannons, which are kind of the basic weapons, and then you have deck guns, which are pretty cool. So they're like cannons. So the difference between deck guns and cannons is, as you can see here, so actually let me place a cannon down. Okay, so cannons are a lot more protected, like they are inside. Deck guns are open, so that means they're very vulnerable and they tend to die very quickly, but they have a much larger firing arc. You have dorsal turrets, which are pretty cool. They are completely enclosed. They're quite a bit more expensive than just your base cannon, but they are completely enclosed, and they have I guess what is that, 90 degree fire? No, that's not that's 180 degree firing arc. So there's dorsal turrets and then ventral turrets, which of course are for the bottom. And then you've got grenades, which I never use because they're just really short range. I've never really used them. Grape shot cannon. Again, I've used them, but I don't know how good they are. Flak cannons, which are designed to take out aircraft, of course. Flak cannons are... I've never really used flak cannons that much on airships, just because, generally speaking, your airships are going to have... yeah, the airship... your airships typically have that kind of... Okay, hold on. I'm checking some numbers here. You know, we're going to go ahead and do that. Recommended crew, we're just at the right number for the recommended crew. So we're going to take... Yeah, we're going to leave those on there. I like that. This is going to be kind of an assault craft. So we're going to save design. Now that we're done, let's get that off. Oh, this ship needs more supply hatches. Okay. So we need another supply hatch. Put that on. Our lift is not doing so great, so we are going to get rid of... no, I like it. So our lift, we don't need to have a super high lift. I'm not thinking. Like, this is going to be a ground assault type thing. This is going to be low flying, because our surface ceiling is only 266 meters. I'm trying to think. Do we want to increase it? What would we need to increase it? I think... Okay, we're going to try... No, cancel. I don't want that. So we're gonna try and... So we are gonna back this up. We're gonna put that there. And then we're gonna grab a small suspendium. Nope. I'm gonna put that there. That alone increases our service ceiling by a lot. Service ceiling would go up by even more. Ooh, now my only concern is that we'll probably, well, you know what? We don't need a lot of coal because this ship is not going to need to be super maneuverable. And you know what? Actually, we can do coal. Supply hatch there, and then a small coal store right there. So that gives our service ceiling up to 460 meters, basically rounding up by. I like that. I like that a lot. So we're going to try this out. We're going to save design. Actually, let me check. What kind of armor do we have available? Wooden armor, steel armor. See, the problem with this is going to decrease our... that's going to decrease our... our lift by quite a bit. Now, that said, though, I will take some steel armor. We are going to armor up the... No, you know what? I don't care. How much does this ship cost? How much does this bad boy cost? 800. That's fairly expensive for what it is, but that's going to be okay by us. So, Apnea, I don't like that name. We're going to call this... And we're back. So, Arachnid Assault Mark 1. And okay, if you notice, all my ship designs are going to have Mark 1 by them. Because if I make any small tweaks to them, so say like I took off the rifles, added another assault bay, or so, well, I don't know, that might be more of a bigger change. But basically, if I do any like minor changes to a ship, I just increase the mark by 1. And I'll actually go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and build this, build that, but I will kind of show off once we capture this. So yeah, we've taken our first city. So I'll show this. So we'll do build ship. So the Aussie Mark 1, it's got rifles. Aussie Mark 2, it's got a single cannon. Aussie Mark 3, it's got a rocket. It's got rockets on it. Aussie Mark 4, it's got Gatling guns. Now, the rockets and Gatling guns we can't build because they require cities that have those abilities. And that's one of the other things that's pretty interesting, is certain things you can only design if you either have, like, we can do the Arachnid assault troops for boarding parties. We can do that because we took the spider on our coat of arms. And then there's also things you can unlock. In fact, I think you can unlock the same set of things that you can get from the coat of arms. You can also unlock them from different cities. Will just randomly have them. So, for example, small shipyard. Yeah. Revolutionary fervor. Revolting cities join your empire. So yeah, there's just cool little bonuses that each ship will have. So we're gonna go ahead and do a design land ship. And land ships are a lot different. Or not a lot different. Basically, the only thing with the main thing that's different with land ships is, so you got legs, you got walkers, and you got tanks with treads. Those are the two options you have. So we're actually going to try out the spider legs, because I've never actually used the spider legs before. So we're going to go spider legs, storeroom, ammo storeroom, I think this is going to be a multi-purpose. I'm liking the idea of this being a multi-purpose kind of land ship. So we're going to go crew quarters, double stacked right there. That should give us plenty of crew for the time being. Bridge is going to be positioned slightly to the back, actually. And then we're going to go with Arachnid barracks. Ooh. Actually, we're going to go bridge all the way at the back. Arachnid barracks is going to be in the middle, and then we're going to do just a marine barracks. Provides quarters for 8 air marines, and then we're going to do marine. Actually, you know what? We're going to go with the Arachnid barracks because I know that they have grappling hooks, so they can actually climb stuff. Which, since we're not going to be on a ship that we can drop the guys down, they're going to need to be able to actually like grappling hook their way up. Grappling hook. Okay, let's see. We're currently at air sailors 24, recommended 9. So we've got more than enough sailors for the time being. But let's add on some cannons to the front of this. Okay, let's see if we get the... I'm trying to see here what our weapons options are. So we're going to go just a couple cannons. We're going to go three cannons on the front. Then we're going to go rifle here, rifle there. And then, since this is a ground vehicle, we are going to go a couple of we're going to go some flak turrets there, flak turret there. Where are we at? Air sailors is 24, and we're at 23. So that, so far, seems like we're at right around the right amount. But since we do have a lot of ammo, so we're going to go, or we have a lot of ships, so we're going to go fire point in the back. We're going to actually go rearrange that. Oh, I did that in the wrong order, didn't I? There we go, that's what I meant. So that way it's equal distance. Well, no, I don't like that, though, because the problem with that is, yeah, we're going to need to get rid of that, and then get rid of you. Ammo store, yeah, we need to get rid of we need to rearrange this. Ammo store closer to the front where the guns are. Coal store there. Actually, nah, coal store can be in the back. Coal store there, fire point there. Okay. Okay, now we do need a lot of supplies. Actually, we might just go with a cargo door. That cargo door get our supply. Oh yeah, the cargo door would more than get our supplies up. So we might actually just go with supply hatches, because supply hatches should be enough to get us to what we need. Okay, I would like one more flat cannon. Let's see how we're doing on... I guess this should actually be called the Arachnid Assault now that I think about it. Okay, air sailors, we're at 24 out of 23. So we're going to get one more flat cannon. That's what I'm looking for. A flat cannon. Gonna get a yeah, we're gonna get a flat cannon there. We're gonna get a berth to connect these. Provide us with 3 more sailors, and then we will should we just go ahead and do another large ammo store? Because we do have a lot of... No, we're not. Because I have an idea. We're going to go with... Where is it? Small ammo store. Small ammo store there, small ammo store there. Then we're going to go with a flipped rifle. I'm going to go with a flipped rifle here and there to cover... Just give us some backwards firing capabilities just in case stuff gets behind us, because this is not going to be super maneuverable. Supply hatches, we are just at enough. So we're going to just add on like that. And that should be good. That's looking pretty good. We got, as you can see, our firing arcs are pretty impressive. We can fire all the way. We can't fire below us, but we don't need to. Recommended crew is 25. We are at 27, so that's perfect. We got our arachnid assault troops. And let's see. What else do we need? Right, armor was going to be what I was going to check out. So armor-wise, I think we're going to pretty much just lay down armor on all of this. Oh, no, that's a steel wall. We want steel armor. All of here, and then we're going to go here. So as you can see, we're focusing on kind of the more important parts of this place, because we don't... I mean, we could cover the entire thing with steel armor, but that tends to get a little expensive. Yeah, like as you can see there, the costs just skyrocketed by quite a bit. So we're going to just focus on the key modules. Primary weapons, cannons, front rifles, flat cannons, the bridge, or not the bridge, but the ammo and the cold storage. So that way that gives them a little more survivability. So this thing's going to cost 300. We're going to save the design, and we're going to call this the... We're going to call this the Athena Mark. Or no, we'll call this... Not the Athena. Let's see. What's a good name for this? We're gonna call it... Trying to think of something spider related. We'll call it... We'll call it... Wolf Spider Mark 1. There we go. So we can't actually build this. We don't have enough money for it. So we're going to save up some money for that. Then we're going to use it to assault this place over here. Let's see. Do we have enough money now? Build landship. Wolf Spider costs basically 1,400. So we'll wait a little bit longer. It won't take very long. We'll be up at a 1,400 in no time. There we go. 1,400 reach. Build landship. Wolf Spider Mark 1. Build. I like the look of that. That looks pretty cool. Now watch this thing just be like absolutely terrible and just like crash. Like just like one enemy cannon like aims at its legs and the entire thing just collapses. I don't know. I just have a feeling something like that's gonna happen. That's kind of what happened with let me show you real quick. Build landship. No, not landship. Build ship with the Terror Mark 1. So the name Terror was actually because I was kind of scared to see how effective. So it's just like loads of cannons, loads and loads of cannons, and then this thing died in the first, like, I want to say 30 seconds of the first battle I took it out in. It was not it's not a very, very well designed ship. So we're gonna go ahead and just continue on that stuff. Okay, let's see. Build ship. I'm gonna build another Aussie. Like I said, I like my Aussies. So they're really good. They're really good. They're cheap. That's the main thing. They're really cheap. And maintenance cost is only 9, which is pretty good. Now, maintenance cost doesn't seem to be too much. Like most ships, even bigger ships don't have like a hugely higher maintenance cost, but still. Gray Towers. Gray Towers. That's interesting. Interesting name there. Of course, a lot of this stuff is randomized. So we're going to build... Okay, build landship. Just show off a couple other designs I've done. Got the Beelzebub Mark 1. I've never actually used this. I designed it, and I've never used it. And then we've got the Layman Russ, which I don't actually have Mark 1 on this, just because I know I knew this was going to be the final one. But the Layman Russ, there you go. Pretty... Actually, this is actually... The Layman Russ is the landship tank version of the Aussie Mark 1. This is a very reliable one that it's like twice as expensive or almost 3 times as expensive as, actually I guess, yeah, it's just like twice as expensive as the Aussies, but I don't know, it's pretty effective for a ground tank. Like I really like it, and it's a Lehman Russ, which I love Lehman Russ. And then we've got the Baneblade, which this is again just kind of, yeah, the Baneblade is pretty effective as well. Now, the main thing is the Baneblade requires support. Really good combination, actually. Like, 1 Baneblade and, like, 3 or 4 Aussie Mark 1s, that's a really deadly combo. At least it was in a couple of my previous games. So, let's see, what do we have here? Yeah, that's more than enough. Okay, invade. I actually don't know what they have here. You can send spies out, which I should show at some point. Kind of mistake them. Oh, and I forgot to do that stupid thing and fix the button. Okay, so we're gonna move this over to here. Okay, no, we're gonna move it back because we want it to be stable when it starts. I really like the spider legs, though. Those are cool looking. I like those. And through the power of editing, you guys will have no idea that something happened then. I had a slight interruption, that was all. So, let's see what the status effects are. Storm. Fires may go out on their own. Beware of lightning. Ooh. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so we got our Aussies up here. And as you can see, I think this might be the max service ceiling up there, that line, but I'm not sure. Actually, no, that's just the max deployment. So I think the max service ceiling is like up here, so it's a little bit higher than your deployment. I know that due to my high altitude bombers, the rain cloud. So we're going to keep... Okay, let's see. What do you got? Okay, he's just got rifles. Rifle. It's all just rifles. Different designs of rifles. So we're going to go for the... We're going to have the Aussies target the big ship up here, the one that's higher up. This one right there. They're going to go for that. Unfortunately, you cannot go any higher, so you're going to just be stuck going for the building. Same as our Wolf Spider. But our Wolf Spider has flat cannons, so that's going to be very effective at taking down those ships. Oh, I need to be careful, though, because... Well, you'll see. I don't want to spoil the surprise, actually. So we're going to pop it first things first, and then we're going to start moving you over this way. We're going to move you, like, over there. We're going to... You don't have any targets. We're going to move you to, like... Ah, that looks good. And all 3 of you... There you go. You just take out that. And then the flat cannons are pretty effective at dealing with some damage to the ships. So you guys, as soon as you can, we're going to have you move this away and flip. So you can have the ships flip, which just means they change the direction they're facing. And that's primarily for weapons. Okay. Spider legs are doing okay. They're actually doing pretty good. Let's check how our ammo supplies are doing. So yeah, we are running... We're not really running low on ammo, but... I'm actually going to have you flip the other way. So we're going to just have you advance up to here. And this will actually destroy the trees. At least I think it should. Come on. Okay, that's it. I'm tired of this. Focus fire on the blimp. Oh, see, that one crashed. We blew up the blimp and it crashed. Oh no. Wolf Spider, hurry! This was a horrible mistake. Okay, actually, you're going to be good. So actually, it should miss us. It's an awkward standing position there, but whatever. And you don't have... Well, actually, I guess you do have targets. So even though this is crashed, the ship is still intact. It's not actually destroyed yet. Always important to take that into account. So we're going to flip you guys over this way. So no wonder you haven't shot that thing down. You actually have not been able to target it. So now that you can target it... Okay, boom! And it blew up. That's pretty cool. So yeah, you just got to be careful, because if that had been over our Wolf Spider, it would actually land on the Wolf Spider and potentially either catch the Wolf Spider on fire or blow it up. Like if the ammo just caught fire and blew up. So if the ammo store on that ship caught fire while it was, had crashed on top of a Wolf Spider and blown up, that potentially could cause a chain reaction on our ammo supplies or what have you, and just a bunch of really bad stuff could happen. That one crashes. We're going to have you move down this way, and then you are going to move down here to get some targets. Now, as you can see, so the back 2 rifles don't have targets, and neither do the flat cannons. But that's actually okay, because that means all of the ammo will now be used by our front-facing cannons, which is pretty good. And we also have our we do have our spider guys, so we're actually going to advance close. Actually, we're gonna, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna board that ship right there. So yeah, here we go. Grappling hooks. Which this is why grappling hooks are really effective. We're actually gonna capture this ship. So yep, it is now officially captured. So we now have it captured, and then we are going to go and assault the building, or it might be destroyed by the time we get there. And now it's out of ammo. Oh no, it's not quite out of ammo. It's almost out of ammo. So that's here. Climbing trees, grappling hooks. Attack on Titan, anyone? Okay, so we're getting close. Let's see if they actually make it. They might get shot on their way in. It looks like they're gonna make it. Let's see if they actually can capture it, though. Oh yeah, they gotta get away. So now they're gonna just walk to the supply house. Oh, whoa! Now they're inside. Boarded. So we currently actually have control of it. That's actually interesting. So we actually captured it. And oh hey, we captured. So we captured the Vigilant Rampart and the Herald. So we're gonna go ahead and click OK there. We're gonna do a gentle takeover. Okay, we're now gonna pause it, and we're gonna go into the menu, and we're gonna go into open. Oh, okay. So we can't actually adjust the controls here. So I might need to do that momentarily.